Hey, if you're watching us live on the internet right now, that Amber Alert that's been going on in the Southern California area, mom took her son from a school out here in the on the west side in the Venice area. Now, I don't have all those specifics, those details, but apparently she was not allowed to have her son. She took her son today. Right now, that's her in that car, hands out of the window. Son's in the front seat. You can kind of see him. This has been going on for some time. They've been searching for this vehicle and this person. Now she's driving a little nutty. There we go, trying to get away from the officers. They did try to put his spike strips out. Now we're going to be eastbound on Venice Boulevard, and you know now it's becoming a pursuit. And you got to kind of think to yourself, very dangerous situation indeed. This woman, we heard a lot of family talking about her earlier today, talking about how she's on medicine, how she hears voices, things like that. Now she has her son in this car that she's not allowed to have. But continuing on here at high speed, we just heard the officer saying excessive speed coming up onto Washington, wrong side of the road. Now we're coming up here, southbound Lincoln through Washington, moving extremely fast, moving around there. This is one of those ones you cannot even joke about. Don't know what this deal is right now, just coming to a stop. She's got her hands up. Don't know if there's any officers in the area. Looks like, yeah, I was going to say, this is the Harley Davison dealer on Lincoln. Getting her son out of the car right now. I'm just hoping. All right, copy that. Just so everybody knows on the internet, the reason why I keep stopping like that is they're going to be taking us live. We're live. Well, it's all coming to an end here. You're watching it live. Officers from LAPD Pacific Division out here storming this Harley Davison dealership on Lincoln Boulevard. Now, this is the woman you were talking about, Misha Burnett, and her son. Now, she's not allowed to have custody of her son. Took that boy earlier this morning from a school out here. We were searching, everybody was searching for this BMW. This is the vehicle that was on that Amber Alert earlier on. That vehicle was seen out here in the Venice area. Officers from LAPD were searching the area where they kept getting these calls from. That's where they saw the car. It was a short standoff on Venice Boulevard. She had her hands out the window. They're talking back and forth. We are hearing now the suspect is in custody inside the Harley Davison dealership. We'll see if we can get if the little boy Wes is going to be in good shape. We're hoping that there was no harm done to that boy, and of course that mom as well, even though she was legally not the guardian of that child. Now, this all coming to an end out here on Lincoln Boulevard at the Harley Davison dealer in the Venice area. We don't have the exact address, but I can tell you right now, hearing in one ear, that she is in custody and that the son, the boy, is safe at this time. Oh, that's definitely, and it's exactly how it all went down, Jeff. Almost like you were watching. There we go. There's going to be Nisha Burnett coming out of the dealership right now in handcuffs. We understand that little boy also in custody at this time, unharmed. No injuries done to that boy. Earlier on, though, we did have some shots of that little boy in that front seat actually looking up at the helicopters overhead when they were trying to negotiate with her on Venice Boulevard. Now, she apparently is erratic, and we did see that attitude and the way she was driving and the dangerous maneuvers she was doing with that vehicle, having her son in that front seat. Right now, though, it was the people were calling in. Apparently, when that Amber Alert came out, Venice, out here in the Venice area, LAPD Pacific Division had a lot of phone calls coming in, seeing that vehicle, describing it, and also seeing that license plate. So they had an idea where that car was. One of the officers did locate it. They stopped the vehicle. There was negotiations going on Venice Boulevard. That little boy in that front seat, the mother had her hands out of that windows talking with officers, but when the officers would get anywhere close to the car, she would move off very, very quickly. They tried to use some spike strips, and when she saw that happening, that's when it really got dangerous. She was moving extremely fast, trying to get the distance from those officers. In the end, just pulling into this parking lot right here, we do have tape of her getting out with her son in her arms. As soon as the officers tried to get close to her again, she took off running. The door was open here at the showroom, ran inside that showroom, but the officers followed right behind. Now we understand that little boy safe. The mother, who did not have legal custody of that son, also right now in custody. And apparently, as we understand it, thank goodness, no injuries to anybody involved. And I'm thinking that we're still up on the web, and thank you, Lizzie. We're still up on the web. That was Jeff. That guy rocks. Always love interacting with him. He's always so great with the recaps, understands, watches, and really, he's a news anchor, for gosh sakes, you know. He really can just capsulize what was going on. Right now, though, this is all coming to an end out here, Venice area. This is going to be the Amber Alert vehicle. That was the woman. We just saw her being placed inside that police car. That car probably going to be going off to Pacific Station in just a moment. You know, curiosity. It is not a morbid curiosity. Just want to make sure that Wes is okay. Wes Burnett is okay. We know that he was inside that store earlier on. We've seen that the mother being whisked away right now. The car is still here in the parking lot. We know that Wes is inside that Harley Davison dealership. You know what, brother? If you're a kid and you got just had a traumatic thing happen, hanging out here at the dealership would be the best thing ever. Hang on one second. Simon Dest, Wes is not in that car. Would you like us to follow that car to the police station? That's the mom. Wes is still inside the store. Just moving information back and forth right there. Yeah, believe me, if I was a little 6-year-old kid and I just had something traumatic happen hanging out at the Harley Davison dealership, that would make me feel a lot better. So now we sit and we wait out here. Hopefully we'll see that little boy here shortly. Don't know really what they're waiting for exactly. There he is. There's a little boy right there coming out right now. You know, that is technically his mother. So even though it may have been traumatic experience for the boy in the end, that really was his mom. So you got to kind of wonder how you know, how much of an impact that has on that young boy. Obviously, there is some kind of legal issue going on. Their mental health has been in question, and we've been hearing the conversations on television all afternoon. Right now, though, that's West Burnett being placed inside that car. 6-year-old little boy. His mom, his maternal mother, had kidnapped him from his Venice elementary school this afternoon. She does not have legal custody of that boy. There was a Amber Alert was issued. The phone calls came pouring in. Apparently this car was being seen all over the Venice area. There it is. Officers from LAPD Pacific Division out here on patrol saw that car. They were looking for that car. They found it. They blocked it in. They were talking to that mother, but she tore out of there. And basically there was a short pursuit, very high speeds, but she pulled into the Harley Davison dealer, ran inside there. Now the boy in custody, the mother in custody. This all coming to an end out here. An Amber Alert coming to an end this afternoon or early evening. But thank goodness nobody was hurt. And you just gotta know, anything with these children, it's always difficult to report on, and you're always worried about their well-being and their health. And you know, anything with kids is always tough to watch. And now you got to throw in this whole maternal mother and not legal guardian, and it's just very, very difficult stuff. But we do know nobody was hurt in this. The boy is safe. Hopefully the mother will be getting more help that she might be needing. And right now it's all coming to an end out here in the Venice area. Assignment desk. She's in the boy is inside the unmarked vehicle in the center of the screen. My guess is they're going to be going back to the Pacific Division of LAPD. About 40 minutes of fuel, 40 minutes. And we continue to follow the officers and that young boy, West Barnett, 6-year-old, that was kidnapped earlier this morning from his school over here in Venice Elementary School. Mother, who is not the legal guardian, apparently walked in, took the boy. There's been a search for him all afternoon and into the early evening. Right now, though, the little boy in custody, the mother in custody. When we say in custody, meaning he is safe. He is with law enforcement right now. They're probably bringing him back, and as I understand it, the aunt is the legal guardian. I don't know if it's the aunt from the mother's side or the aunt from the father's side, but the aunt, as we understand it, an aunt is the legal guardian. So not sure where she is, but I am sure she's on her way to get reunited with her, with West right now. Said Right now we're just keeping an eye on that vehicle, making its way, I'm guessing, back over to the police station in Venice. That's going to be the Pacific Division of LAPD. If not, maybe we're going to be going to the aunt's home. But right now, though, we know it all ended almost peacefully. It ended without anybody getting hurt, and that's all we could really ask for in the end. But pretty dramatic moments, and you got to kind of think after hearing all that information about that mom all day long, it really, you know, when you saw her with that boy, it could have gone so the other way, and it's just happy to see this coming to an end out here with nobody hurt. That little boy right now in custody, going to be reunited with his legal guardians, which I understand is an aunt, so it is actually a family member. But some real dramatic moments there just before they was taken into custody, especially that mom having that young boy in her arms like that. It does look like we are at the police station. I'm not 100%. No. Oh yes, yeah, we are at the police station. We're going around the backside. But all right, so we are at the Pacific Division here off of Washington Boulevard, and I think I know it's odd, we're in Culver City technically, I think. I think somebody's trying to talk to me. Sorry, I heard the word specific, but yeah, we are at the Pacific LAPD station off of Washington. I'm pretty sure it's off of Washington. Cutting in and out. I heard top of the 8, and if we're going to be good, sure, we can hang out here at the police station, sure. I always get these addresses wrong. Let me use my expensive mapping system here. That's Centinela. I could have guessed that. And what is this one? Is this one Washington or not? Culver Boulevard. Culver Boulevard, Stu. The police station. It is so time for a new phone. I have no. I bet you a live truck will be there. And I'm thinking we're still up on the web. Let me double check. Simon Desk, are we still up on the web? No. Oh, I was going to talk about all the social media stuff. I mean, I'm reading a lot of this information All right. Well, the picture is getting a little bit boring, but the information that's coming in on Twitter is kind of interesting. I'm just wondering how much is actual and how much isn't, but it is something to read for sure. And I always appreciate everybody writing and getting a hold of us. And there are actually some tips in here as well. So anyway, I always appreciate all that, and I can tell you they're going to be bringing down the stream. But 8 o'clock we'll have a recap at the top of the hour, probably on Channel 9, and this Amber Alert coming to a happy ending this evening. See you guys.